Okay, here's part 4 of the Pedro Pascal Protective Factors series. So far, we've looked at a lot of really fun yet encouraging ones. This one's going to be a little bit different, a slightly heavier note. Today, we're going to talk about a protective factor that is maybe a little bit challenging, triggering, or controversial. And like I've said before, I don't know him and I'm not speaking to his situation. I'm merely using things that he has said and displayed to us to discuss the importance of them and why they matter. So next up is family. So let's take a look at family from the Pedro Pascal perspective. While he's a fairly private person, he's been very open and honest about how much family means to him, and not just the biological kind. One of the biggest reasons that people admire him is because of how he is honest, loving, kind, safe, and supportive to those that he cares about. Not to mention his comments on how fiercely loyal and protective he is. But he also talks about the importance of others in his life, those who have supported him, loved him, cared for him in good times and bad, and those who hold a special place in his heart. So I made that video 3 days ago, and it's taken me this long to get back to it because this one's been particularly difficult for me to make. The series is called Pedro Pascal's Protective Factors. What we're looking at is just that, protective factors. If you aren't sure what those are, they are basically factors in your life that protect you against increased risk of things like mental illness or symptoms regarding certain diagnoses, things like that. So for example, if you exercise regularly, exercise is a factor in your life that protects you against things like pervasive depressive symptoms. So in this instance, we're looking at family as a protective factor. And like I said in the clip, I don't just mean biological family. I mean family in the sense of people in your life who you feel safe with, who protect you, help you, support you, that you can be your authentic self with, who love you. And there's those of us out there who have learned that the notion of family is very often friends and loved ones in your life that you're not biologically related to, who are those people for you. One of the greatest determining factors as to whether or not somebody who's experienced a traumatic event will develop things like PTSD are the relationships they have in their life. Healthy, safe, honest relationships are one of the greatest protective factors against increased suicide risk, depression, anxiety, substance use, and experiencing further trauma. Because not having people in our life who are safe, that we trust, that love us, is traumatic in and of itself. Some people are blessed enough to have lots of people in their life, and a lot of them being biological family members. But some of us don't. And that's okay. It's just important to know that if you struggle more than others you see with lots of support, it's not you. And if you're looking for ways to decrease symptoms and improve quality of life, prioritizing establishing healthy, safe, loving relationships should be at the top of your list. If all of us work to be that in someone else's life, then we'll all have safe people. We deserve it.